Where are we? On the worst line of the world's best metro system, but also the line with the best views and my favorite line. Ladies and gentlemen, the brown line of the Taipei MRT. This is where we are.
您好，搭车时请勿倚靠车门，上下车时留意车门与月台间隙，并且记得随身携带物品。谢谢。Attention. When taking the MRT, please do not lean on the doors. When getting on or off the train, please don't forget your belongings and mind the gap between the train and the platform. Thank you. 以後，在車時陣請留意別車門，上車落車時請注意車門甲月台兩地靠近，而且會隨時並且仲喺度關窗。
Never mind the gap between the surface sections. Tunnels are boring, like the machines that carved them. Let's just move on to the part where we emerge on the other end. And we've resurfaced back from underground on the other bank of the Keelung River. On the right, we are passing the Songshan Airport, which serves domestic destinations alongside Tokyo Haneda, Seoul Gimpo, and some Chinese cities. Great views, told you! The Taipei Metro has been remarkably consistent in terms of equipment, facilities, and rolling stock ever since the second line opened. The brown line, though, the first one to be built, is the unloved French stepchild in the family. The construction by Matra, a French conglomerate, ended in acrimony after being delayed for 5 years and suffering from accidents. Within a year of the line's opening, the French packed up and left Taiwan very much like they did a century earlier, leaving their newly built metro with no maintenance. Today, the line works well, but it's a bit like a beta version of the other lines. The old rolling stock from Matra is still in use, although heavily modified. It's the train we're passing and also the one we're on. Not as fast and not as spacious, it barely handles the passenger loads. What's great about it though is that there is no driver, so you can just admire the front view, which makes it great for tourists. Actually, it's two great things simultaneously that make the brown line great. It's like a marriage made in heaven. First, no driver, so front seat view. Second, that there is actually a view. There is, except for a short underground section around the airport, the rest of the line is elevated, and it even goes through some green areas. As you can hear, the announcements are in 4 languages and really talkative, especially in English. We're now passing the newer type of the rolling stock on this line, not really popular with passengers as there is less seating space. This is the part where I leave. Great, now we have the time to talk some more, as we're on the longest escalator in the Taipei Metro. Or rather, I have the time to talk and you may or may not have the time to listen. Hope you do. The rest of the Taipei Metro doesn't have such great views, although there are other overground sections, but it makes up for it with efficiency. Trains are fast and frequent, the cabin is spacious and extra wide. With doors everywhere, it's easy to get on and off. On the train, there is a lot of room to stand or sit. When entering the station, the displays let you know how long until the next train. There are always escalators in both directions and an elevator. Exits are numbered and clearly marked, and there is a map of the vicinity. Doors are always in the same place once the train stops. Their location is marked on the platform. Recently, platforms have doors too. Every station has restrooms, which shouldn't be taken for granted. Try to find one in Hong Kong, for example. Three stations in central Taipei are designed for extremely easy transfer. Two different lines going in the same direction stop at the same platform. All you have to do to change is walk to the other side. Even the schedules are synchronized, so there is no need to rush. Both trains stop and depart at the same time. If you'd like to see it, let me know. People who want to get on line up along the sides of doors in marked locations, leaving room in the center for those getting off. Everything goes as smoothly as possible. There are flashing lights to make sure nobody is surprised by an approaching train. Six lines, over 130 stations, all built in just a bit over 20 years. This is the Taipei Metro today, and much more is under construction. Means thank you in Taiwanese. Thanks for watching.